On the news, Nigerian domestic airlines to shut down flight operations May 9 over high cost of aviation fuel. NANS urges ASU to be flexible as negotiation resumes with federal government. From the foreign scene, Ukraine says all women and children now evacuated from Mariupol steel mill. From the sport arena, Chelsea officially confirmed Todd Boehly as new owner. Good evening, this is Vision News transmitted live from number 8182 Guda Abdullahi Road Farm Center, Kano. Today being Saturday, 7th of May 2022, which is equivalent to 6 Shawwal 1443 after Hijrah. I am ABDULHADI ABUBAKAR Binga with the full bulletin. The leader of aggrieved members of All Progressive Congress APC in Kano, Alhaji Ahmadu Haruna Danzago, has dragged the APC state chairman Alhaji Abdullahi Abbas and Secretary Ibrahim Sarina before a federal high court sitting in Kano. While the legal tussle that terminated on Friday at the Supreme Court bordered on ward and local government congresses of the party, the new case argued on the competence of the chairman and secretary to remain in office. The plaintiff argued that, contrary to the provision and rules guiding the party, Abdullahi Abbas and Sarina failed to resign on their position as caretaker committee before contesting the substantive position during the state congress held in 16 October 2021. Airline operators say they will shut down operations on Monday, May 9, due to high cost of aviation fuel and other operational costs. The information was conveyed in a letter addressed to the Minister of Aviation Hadi Sirika and the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority on Friday in Lagos. It was signed by Sarina Abdul Munaf, President, Airline Operators Association. He noted that over time, aviation fuel price Jet A1 had risen from 190 naira per litre to 700 naira currently. Mr. Abdul Munaf, however, said that members appreciate the effort of the current government to boost the growth of air transport in the country and regretted the inconveniences the very difficult decision may cause their customers. In another news related to this, the federal government has appealed to domestic airline operators in Nigeria to reconsider their decision to shut down operations over the rising cost of Jet A1, otherwise known as aviation fuel. This is coming some hours after the airlines announced plans to withdraw their services with effective from Monday 9, 2022, as the high cost of aviation fuel, which has increased from 190 naira per litre to 700 naira per litre, has created huge pressure on the sustainability of operations and financial viability of the airlines. This disclosure is contained in a statement issued by the Special Assistant on Public Affairs to the Minister of Aviation, James O. Daudu, on Saturday, where the minister asked the airlines to consider the implications of the planned action, noting that government is concerned about the rising cost of aviation fuel. Residents of Bakura local government of the first state say no fewer than 56 people were killed on Friday afternoon when bandits attacked 3 villages in the area. A former councillor who asked not to be named told reporters the gunmen attacked Sabangarin Damri of the villages around 2:30 p.m. He said the bandits carried out what appears to be coordinated attack from Sabangarin Damri and Kahale before a joint security team confronted them. Another resident, Muazu Damri, said the number of casualties would have been more if the security agents didn't confront the bandits. He said those who were wounded were receiving treatment at the General Hospital, Bakura. Tukur Burtai, a former chief of army staff, says there is a need to establish more military bases across Nigeria to combat insecurity. Mr. Brutai, also Nigeria's ambassador to Benin Republic, said this while inaugurating a school gate and a road named after him at the Command Science Secondary School in Saki, Oyo State. He stressed that Nigeria needs more military bases, not only in the army but also in other services, especially amid the country's rising insecurity. Mr. Brutai said the school, formerly a teachers' college, was donated to the army and turned around to its present look. President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed over the death of several people in a boat mishap in Mai-Adua local government area of Katsina State. In a reaction to the incident, as reported on Wednesday, Buhari, in a statement by his media aide Garbashew, said he was extremely pained by the incident where the boat carrying mostly children on Salah celebrations were involved. The president warned against use of rickety boats, overloading and non-use of life jackets, which have been associated with frequent boat mishaps in the country. ICPC says it will track 550 projects in 18 states in the fourth phase of its constituency and executive project tracking exercise. The spokesperson of ICPC, Mrs. Azuka Ogugwa, in a statement on Friday in Abuja, said the exercise would commence on May 9. Ogugwa said the exercise would focus on federal government-funded projects in Benue, Nasarawa, Plateau, Borno, Yobe, Taraba, Kaduna, Kebbi, and Kano State. Others, according to her, are Abia, Ebonyi, Enugu, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Edo, Lagos, Ogun, Ekiti State, and FCT. She said that a total of 424 projects were tracked across 12 states in the first phase of the exercise in 2019. This news is coming to you from the News and Current Affairs Department of Vision Radio 92.5 FM, transmitted live from Kano. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook and Instagram on Vision FM Nigeria, and you can also listen to us live via our website on www.ng. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now the news continues. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, has dispelled widespread rumors that he would be contesting for office of president in the 2023 general elections. This is coming on the heels of widespread diverse reaction to his purported purchase of the All Progressive Congress APC nomination and expression of interest forms valued 100 million naira. Recall that three interest groups, the Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria Refund, Friends of Emefiele, and Emefiele Support Group, had purchased the forms on his behalf. Reacting through his verified Twitter handle, Emefiele said that should he decided to contest for the political office, he would prefer to use his personal resources. He said that he would continue to serve the country in his capacity as CBN governor until he received divine counsel to contest for a political office. The National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has called on the academic staff unions of universities ASU not to be too rigid while negotiating with federal government as they return to the round table. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Senator Chris Ngigi, gave a hint in a statement on Friday that federal government and ASU will resume talks with a view to ending the prolonged closure of the Nigerian public universities. The chairman of NANS Osun State Chapter, Comrade Oyelayo Oyewalo, while addressing journalists at NUJ Press Center Oshogbo, said the 11-week-old strike by ASU is a pointer that education is less important to the current administration. He said they charge the ASU leadership to employ and adopt flexibility during the course of negotiation. Rigidity may cause the process to reach yet another dead end. From the fallen scene, all women, children, and elderly civilians have been evacuated from the Azovstal steel mill in Mariupol, Ukraine's deputy prime minister said on Saturday, despite what military officers said was an ongoing Russian assault at the plant. The Soviet-era steel mill, the last holdout in Mariupol for the Ukrainian forces, has emerged as a symbol of resistance to the wider Russian effort to capture swaths of eastern and southern Ukraine. Under heavy bombardment, fighters and civilians have been trapped for weeks in deep bunkers and tunnels that crisscross the site. Now to sport. Chelsea officially confirmed Todd Boehly as new owner. Chelsea on Saturday morning officially confirmed Todd Boehly as the club's new owner. In a statement via their website, the Premier League giants confirmed that terms have been agreed for the new ownership group led by Todd Boehly to acquire the West London club. Boehly became Chelsea's new owner following the completion of his £3.5 billion takeover, replacing Roman Abramovich. His consortium was named as the preferred bidder to take over Chelsea by the Rand Group, the US bank who are overseeing the sale. That is all for today, but before we go, a recap of the main headlines. You have heard that Nigerian domestic airlines to shut down flight operations May 9 over high cost of aviation fuel. NANS urges ASU to be flexible as negotiation resumes with federal government. From the foreign scene, Ukraine says all women and children now evacuated from Mariupol steel mill. From the sport arena, Chelsea officially confirmed Todd Boehly as new owner. On behalf of the entire production crew headed by Garba Abdullahi Bogwai, the duty continuity announcer is Abdul Samad Ishaq Prince Abdul. I'm ABDULHADI Abubakar Benga saying have a nice night ahead. Goodbye.
Vision FM.